Hello everyone, so Monkey Zappy here, back again with Psycho-Pass 4 on episode 3 of season 2. And in the last couple of episodes, right, so we've been introduced to some new characters. Of course, like, you know, Mika's there. Having a few issues with her at the minute because she is being incredibly naive. And, you know, it's just fucking typical, innit? It's typical. We have Togane, who is an enforcer. His family is involved in something called the Togane Foundation, which is to do with like pharmaceuticals and stuff like that. And he was once a therapist, which is interesting because in the last episode there was a guy that they apprehended called Akira Kitazawa who saw a therapist, and then his like Psycho-Pass got like lured extremely. So you know there's some parallels that could be said for this guy, and you know he's a bit of an odd character, so we'll see where it goes with him. We've also got the holo designer Hinakawa as well. He's also an enforcer that's joined the crew, and they are following this whole thing, this whole investigation behind someone who I think is called Kamui, I believe, and he has knowledge, like a more improved knowledge of like holographic design and stuff like that, and able to kind of go beyond what people believe to be at least public knowledge anyway. So you know he's able to do a lot with that, basically create create new people out of this holographic design shit, which is insane, by using like, you know, features and things of people like from before. Like they used like an 8-year-old girl, and then just imagine what she would look like 15 years later, build it around that shit. It's crazy shit. So yeah, that guy ended up taking someone called Inspector Shisui, who was in Division 2, and yeah, but the whole premise, Kamui's, is that he is trying to bring people back from high Psycho-Passes. You know, seemingly throughout the show, the idea is once you go past a certain point, you can't come back. Now he's working to be able to do that, to be able to bring them back. And at the end of the last episode, he said that he thought Akane would understand. Clearly not, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that was all we really need to talk about, so we're just going to get in episode 3. So without further ado, let's go. Is this the Inspector? What?! What the fuck?!
犯罪係数129執行対象です。
オフは今だけだ。止水未遂。君をクリアにしてみせる。君の目のお詫びに。事件が起こるたび、自分の色相が悪化する不安。いつ牙を剥くかわからない執行官への恐れ。君を縛り付けているのは君自身だ。
This is nuts.
今君を君自身から追い出すんだ。忘れてしまった。
対象の脅威判定が更新されました。犯罪係数85。
How was he able to do that?
あなたは。
僕の名はカムイキリト。君とこの世界をクリアにしたい。
Devil's proof.
先輩、今ならまだセラピーで解消できるかもしれません。
これを書いたのが私だって言いたいんだね、下月さんは。
周辺のスキャンデータに不審な人物はなし。
ギノザさんもそう思いますか？私が正気を失ってこんな文字を書いたと。
何してるの？侵入者はいないって聞こえなかった？
侵入者などいるはずがない。だが同時に監視官が正気を失ったとも考えられない。2つの可能性が等価なら執行官は監視官を信じるべきだ。
規律に従い、先輩のご家族は安全な場所で警護ドローンの保護下に置かれるはずです。
両親は最寄りの公安直下施設に移住ってところかな。おばあちゃんはちょっと難しいけど。
難しい？
動けないんだ、おばあちゃん。先に戻ってくれてよかったのに。
監視官が隔離施設に何の用ですか？
これは珍しいお客さんだ。
Why is what's he doing here? What?
すみません先輩、気分悪いんで先に帰らせてください。
あのお嬢ちゃん、よっぽど俺が怖いらしい。サイコパスがクリアなものほど他人に濁らされるのを恐れる。俺と話せば犯罪係数が上がると思ったんだろう。それで俺に何の用だ？
聞かせてください。私は正気に見えますか？
Good person to come to since he seems to know like everything just by looking at him.
自分の部屋にならログを残さずメッセージを書くことは容易だな。俺を鏡として使おうってわけか。分かったんだろ、メッセージ。
はい、彼の言葉を聞いてようやく確信しました。リュウシーは What color のイニシャル。
What would it mean what color if they're wanting to be
この
clear?
ご時世に
Clear
妙
as
な
in
こと
color.
と思うんだ。そもそもこいつは誰に対するメッセージだろうな。現場にいた人物か、それを見ることになる公安の人間か、あるいは
自分への問いか。現場の監視官以外書いた人物がいるはずがないということ。青柳監視官はそれを指して透明人間と言いました。監視官の失踪、そしてあるはずのないメッセージ。私はこの件の捜査を進めようと思っています。だけど一筋縄ではいきそうにない。ギャンをかいくぐりメッセージを書いた人物の存在、北沢の犯罪係数を下げたとされるカムイという存在。
その通り。しかしそのカムイってやつが存在しないとしても、メッセージを書いた人物と北沢の犯罪係数を下げた方法は確かに存在する。いわゆる悪魔の証明ってやつだな。現時点で透明人間の存在を証明する方法はない。だが逆にいないと断定することもできない。つまりお手上げだ。
係の止水監視官は独走扱いのまま未だ行方不明です。そのことに先生なら思うことがあるんじゃないですか？鴻上さんに手を貸した自責の念から自ら進んでここに収容されているあなたなら、わずかな可能性でも手を尽くすことの価値を知っている。先生はそういう人です。
優秀な生徒だよ。
Hello everyone, just a quick little reminder that if you go to the link in the description to my Patreon and get the early access tier for $5 a month, you can get access to 4 episodes of Psychopaths every single week. That's 2 on Tuesday and 2 on Saturday. So if you're clamoring for more reactions from me, more frequently from Psychopaths, again, send the link in the description to my Patreon and the early access tier for $5 a month. On with the video.
入れるか。親父の残した酒だ。
冗談のつもり。私は監視官よ。
そして人間だ。
Shit, look,
大
he's
丈
metal
夫なわ
arm.
けないでしょ。監視官を10年務め上げれば厚生省のポストが待っている。そこからは人生安泰のはずだった。
嫌味か。
Is that dog got heterochromia?
今の俺には耳が痛い。
でしょうね。どこで道踏み外したんだろう。一係に協力して鴻上くん逃がそうとした時、あるいは彼を撃った時。
彼、執行官の。執行官を撃つのは監視官の責務だ。
気持ちと責務は交わらない。そういうこともあるんでしょう。喜びも悲しみも一定量まで行くとその蓋に引っかかってそれ以上は溢れてこない。そんな感覚。
Did she say that she fucking just shot Kogami? Is that what she
外れそう
said?
になるからそれを理性が止める。
I'm gonna have to go back and
北沢を撃った時も気分が良くなりかけた。ちょっとやばいわよね。今の私にはこの仕事しかない。しがみついてみせる。ごちそうさま。美味しかったわ。早く一緒に飲めたらよかったのにね。誰？青柳監視官。止水です。
なるほど。これを一係に優先的に行わせてほしいというわけか。
はい、もちろん通常業務をおろそかにするつもりはありません。
うん、許可しよう。常森監視官と2人で話がしたい。
わかりました。失礼します。
what you got to say then?
今回の件について君はどう考えている？
シビラに認識されない人間は存在するの？
そんなものは存在し得ない。
私の正気を疑う？
そうするのが通常の判断だ。だが同時に興味深くもある。そこまでサイコパスがクリアな状態で正気を失うことがあり得るのか。一係の人員について聞きたいことがある。
トガネ。
新入りの執行官、あれはうまくやっているか？そう、東金昨夜。あれの様子はできれば逐一報告してほしい。あれは観測史上最高値の犯罪係数を叩き出した人物だ。
うん。
みんなには苦労をかけると思う。だけど執行官が死に監視官が失踪しドミネーターまで紛失したこの件を私はどうしても捨ておいていいとは思えない。
お前が気にかかっているのは透明人間だろ。
お願いしますね。
エリアストレス上昇警報。
カムイなんているはずがない。意もしない犯人を追いかけていればいいじゃないですか。先輩は
現場に不審な点はなかったわよ。それこそ目を皿にして探してたんですけどね。
Even she can't find anything either.
一体なぜ？目的は？メッセージの意味は？どうして私に目をつけたの？
程度で色相が濁る人じゃない。
Why do I feel like he's involved in it as well? Like.
素晴らしい演説でした。
増田光徳代議士。公安です。あなたの色相の悪化が検知されました。緊急セラピーを要するものと診断します。
何かの間違いだ。
日中取り押さえなさい。
治水監視官が。
ええ、彼女自身がそう言っていた。あんたたちはここにいなさい。仕事を増やしたくないでしょ。
Well, they're just like hiding in plain sight, like in the middle of the city, like.
違う。それじゃダメだ。薬じゃ何も救われない。変わらないんだ。そんなんじゃ本当に救われたいなら。私はね、君たちを救わなければならない。
Is Kamui able to?
犯罪係数23。トリガーをロックします。
そんな。
ページが残されていた現場に出動した爆弾解体ドローン。そのうち1体が現場から離れた場所で回収され、
資料には部品の紛失とあるわね。
先輩、
下月さん、どうしたの？
救世主になりたいんだ。みんなを救いたい。カムイのように。
Jesus. Okay, episode 3. Right, so, fucking hell, that opening, man. Like, just at the very beginning, like, that was nuts. So, I'm not sure exactly what is it that he's specifically wanting from having her eye. Well, there's clearly something, like, technologically sort of implemented in the person, right? I mean, that's quite clear. I don't know if it's specifically for inspectors, because I know, like, every time Akane picks up the Dominator, and all inspectors, like, their eyes sort of, like, glaze over, like, in a very, like, light blue hue, like, technology lens kind of look, right? So if this is the case, the only thing I can really gather as to what he's really wanting is, and he's already clearly, like, pretty far through, like, he's progressed to a point where I think that he has made a, like, a, how would you describe it? Like, an opposite Sybil. So, like, something that completely negates the Sybil system and how it works. You know, so the idea is that he is getting all of this information to sort of, like, tweak the system that he's made via through, like, the technology that is apparently implemented into inspectors. That's the only thing I can really gather, because I don't know why else he would need to do that. I mean, clearly the guy is, well, it's tough to say, because I don't know if he's alright, he's insane. He is, because anybody that has the fucking mental capacity, like, to cut out somebody's fucking eyeball and have them look at the person you have to be fucking nuts. But it's clear from the way that he acts that he is doing this for... He's doing this to combat Sybil, right? I think he truly does care for people in a group sense, like, because on an individual basis, like, you know, when it comes to Shisui, right, he clearly apologized and shed a tear, right? So it's not like Makishima, where Makishima's doing the stuff and he absolutely doesn't. He has no qualms about, you know, the people that he's affecting. He's just looking at the end goal, and that's all that matters, right? Whereas this guy clearly knows what he's doing and feels for the people that he's affecting because of it, but he has to do it. I feel like he's made it's not just a thing of like, oh, he was able to make an incredibly advanced holographic technology, you know, that is able to do things that not even society itself has created yet. So why, you know, so basically it says to me is that why would he stop there? Why wouldn't he be able to do something else that would you know, that would be able to just combat the Sybil system directly, as opposed to like going through avenues to, like, you know, to give people reasons to hate the Sybil system and why it's not entirely safe, and why there should be an uprising of people to go against it, instead of doing that, to literally combat it itself, so that anything that Sybil tries to do to combat back, it's always negated, and it can never, you know, fully take it on. I believe that's the kind of the thing that I feel like he's doing. So we'll see. I mean, he said that his plan is to make the world clear. That's the point. I find it funny how the whole clear thing, how he wants to make the world clear, and then paired with the what color thing. The what color thing seems very like a different thing to me. It doesn't like match up with what Kirito's doing, right? I feel like the two separate things almost. Because first of all, clear is not a colour. You know what I mean? So why does it matter? I mean, you can always, yeah, you can kind of get the idea that, you know, he's trying to bring down the hue, and that's the point. So eventually, like, it has to go through colours. It just seems disconnected to me. It doesn't seem like the same thing, you know? And I believe that's where Togane comes in. But hang on, there's one thing, right? So in the opening, right? So when Kirito and Shisui are there, right? And he's fucking doing this shit with her mouth. Does he have some kind of substance on his finger? That's what I wrote down. Now, it wasn't until after that I thought that maybe it was more that he was creating a system, and that's the reason why. You know, I think that's got to be it, right? Because otherwise, why would you have took out her eye and had it focused at at Shisui? You know, so I think it's system based. It's not, you know, I think that's what it is. It's nothing to do with, because that would, it's like, if it was entirely system based, then that would tell me that that was the reason why, what's his name, Kitazawa, why his like psychopath went all the way down, because, like, even though, yeah, a therapist saw him, but I think the idea was it's in the system. He's able to change it at will at any point. It doesn't have to be, you know, there doesn't have to be something that sort of pushes the button on it and say, oh yeah, then it comes by. I think it's just he's able to control it, like, at will from his own system. That's what it is. So it's almost an opposite Sybil system that he's able to implement in people, and that's what he's done. That's what I'm guessing he has done. So yeah. So back to the Togane thing. So I think I mean, it just seems very plausible to me that Togane is doing... I don't know if he's working with Kirito or not. He could be, because I wrote down, is Kirito a Togane possibly? If he's just made up that name entirely. At the end of the day, he's not on record, so, you know, he's known as a ghost, and you know, they've played that up this like sort of episode that he's not real. He's, you know, even Makishima was in the system, right? So, you know, there's this whole thing of like, yeah, that's impossible. I mean, even though they should really have just, you know, they should always have these kind of things in mind now. Like, I hate this like idea that people are just like, it's impossible, it can't happen. It's like, be open to possibility that it could. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like as inspectors, and like your whole job is to fucking try and tackle this shit, like, you need to keep everything open as a possibility, because if you're searching around trying to close this case, right, and how to, you know, get the guy that's doing all this stuff, right? If you're blocking off possibilities, right, just because you think they're stupid, right, then you're just going around in circles, not finding the answer. Keep it open as a possibility, and then if things start to match up and you're like, oh yeah, maybe so, this one, that starts to make more sense, and then, you know what I mean? I don't understand the idea that if you're supposed to be an investigator, detective, you're part of this fucking public safety bureau, keep that shit open. Don't fucking just close it off immediately because it sounds stupid. It might sound stupid to you, right? But, I mean, fuck's sake, we're living in a world where everyone's fucking governed by a bloody AI, for fuck's sake. A lot is bloody possible. That's the thing, man. It's like, they should really have, like, shit like this, just, you know, security measures in place. I mean, you know, I get the idea that, you know, as one thing sort of blossoms, there needs to be a sort of like a polar opposite able to combat it. Like, that's been the case, like, you know, that's kind of how, you know, humanity's lived for, you know, for like across our time on you know, on planet Earth, our existence. You know, when something is built up, there's always something that's sort of like the opposite effect, so that it combats the other side. So yeah, I'm guessing, you know, Togane was said to have had the highest crime coefficient on record out of anybody ever, or anybody just in the system, like in the PSB, like as the highest enforcer. But it says on record, it doesn't specifically say what part, so I'm guessing it means the highest of anybody ever. There's one thing that immediately comes to mind that, you know, you could just shove it off and just say, oh, well, he's part of the pharmaceutical thing. He could have purposefully had his crime coefficient go as high as it possibly could so that they could test their pharmaceuticals on him to make sure that it actually worked. However, that's like, you know, just like, you know, one pubic hair off human experimentation, which, you know, could be considered taboo, and I don't know why they would do it to their own family members in order for it to work. So I'm gonna swipe that one off the table. I don't know what it could possibly mean, really. I don't know how he could have got it. Obviously, we're gonna get some sort of backstory on it as to how he's done that. But I don't know. I mean, my theory for who wrote the fucking WC thing was Togane. Any traces of them ever being there, so it would make sense as the reason, like, as to why nobody can figure out who wrote it. You know what I mean? So obviously they're like, well, you know, Akane is clearly the only one that's been in here, so therefore she must have done it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because if there's something, you know, if there's some kind of technology that's been implemented into people, right? If they're just inspectors or whatever, then how far is it, you know, are you able to control a bit of their, you know, control their life a bit? Like, are you able to, you know, because I don't know how, like, what is implemented in their body, and like how much control there actually is given. I don't know. Because I don't know. Because then there could be a case of like, oh well, he forced her to do it, like he controlled her to do it. But then I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I don't think, you know, because then why would you have to lure them in if you could just control them and say, oh, well, just go here by yourself and then I'll take you. Like, I don't, you know, so I don't think that's the case. So yeah, I'm thinking it was Togane that went in and did that, and he's like doing something. He's doing something different, maybe doing his own thing, but working with Kirito. But I don't know, because that's the thing, is the what color thing and what's happening with Kirito just seem like two separate things to me. Even though like Kitazawa clearly knows about, you know, Kirito and does all that stuff, and he's the one that brought out the what color thing. So I don't know. There's just, yeah, we'll see. So Saiga, he was put in the fucking into the isolation institute place because he gave himself up basically because he knew that he ended up helping Kagami. He felt guilty, so he turned himself in. At least his place is, you know, relatively like the same as what his old place was though, so that's cool. The guy does nothing but drink coffee all the time. Like, how does this guy get any fucking sleep? God. We also had Ayanagi, who was talking about. I'm sure she said that she shot Kagami. Like, is this a lie that she's telling? Because we know that Kagami got away, right? We know that was the case, right? I mean, I need to see, because she did fucking say that. I'm sure she fucking did.
私は監視官よ。
大丈夫か？
嫌味ね。大丈夫なわけないでしょ。
Let's have a look. So just
ごめんなさい。
いや。
監視官を10年務め上げれば厚生省のポストが待っている。そこからは人生安泰のはずだった。だけどうまくいかないものね。
嫌味か？今の俺には耳が痛い。
でしょうね。どこで道踏み外したんだろう。一係に協力して鴻上くん逃がそうとした時、あるいは彼を撃った時。
彼、執行官の。
Oh, okay. Right. Right, you're saying when she screwed up, was it helping Kagami escape? Or was it when I shot him in quotation marks? It wasn't actually shooting Kagami. Alright, so, I don't know, there's a dude then? Alright, so there's an enforcer. Oh, okay, right. Right. Okay. I feel like there's a possible, like, something that keeps propping up is like when you start to I think it's particularly like what's the word, punishing those that sort of live by Sybil's rules and are fine with it. I mean, I'm guessing, like, you know, with Ayanagi, it's not exactly, you know, clear cut that, like, oh, yeah, she's just following fucking Sybil because that's the way that you have to do it, as opposed to, like, what Mika's doing, where, like, she's clearly just... I don't even want to talk about Mika because it just annoys me. But, you know, I think, you know, there's this thing, right, where with this show that I can't shake, which is that Sybil is obviously the fucking the antagonist of the show, just because it's just royally fucked up. It doesn't fucking work, you know. And I think that there is a sort of overlying sort of thing wherein like the people that follow Sybil, right, and just do what it says, right, and are fine with that being the case, are the ones that end up being sort of like punished, like karma based, right? And I'm guessing this is exactly what's happening here with Ayanagi being like, you know, the one at the end who's getting punched. And I hope she's fine. I hope she's all right. But fucking hell, like, can she not? Are these people like not trained to do anything like without the Dominator? I think, you know what I mean. Like, as if she's just gonna let this dude just get up on top of her and start fucking punching the shit out of her. She's gotta have fucking some self-defense moves, right? God, like that's the thing. Is like this whole this whole system, and it's all to take responsibility away from the people who actually should be taking responsibility for their actions. You know what I mean? Like, it takes complete responsibility away. It's like, oh, Sybil says it's fine, so I'm fine pulling the trigger. But as soon as it becomes like, oh shit, I have to take responsibility, all of a sudden it's like they can't do it. They just fucking, they completely freeze up. It's like they don't want to be responsible for anything. Fuck, that's what annoys me. Is like, you know what I mean? The passing, the sort of, they're able to just pass anything they do off as like, oh, yep, Sybil said it was alright, so therefore it's alright. It's like, fucking come on, like, it's so, it's the worst. It's the worst. They're able to just pass blame on anybody except themselves. It's like the worst society that you could ever fucking live in is when when everybody is just able to blame something else. Like, take some fucking responsibility. But they can't do it. It's the worst. Yeah, hopefully she's alright. We'll see. I mean, clearly there could be a whole thing with, obviously, since it's all, you know, to do with Kirito and whatnot, and he has his own system in place. Maybe he's able to determine the people who follow Sybil, you know, by, because he was able to figure out like that Akane might have been somebody that, you know, I mean, he said at the end of episode 2, like, I thought Akane would understand. So clearly he knows like what these people like are thinking. Maybe he's able to see their actions through the Sybil system if he's able to hack into it or whatever, and see what their thoughts are on certain things or what they do. And if she obviously if he sees Ayanagi as one of those, you know, people that just go by what Sybil says and then, you know, just bring them in that case, then hopefully fucking Mika gets some fucking just desserts, because I don't know, out of the fucking two, Mika and Ayanagi, I would probably say that Mika probably deserves a bit of a slap more. But that, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Anyway, yeah, that's all I've got. So we're going to move on to episode 4. So that is it. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below, I have links to certain things. One, there's a Discord. I urge everyone to go over there, especially if you want me to react to a certain show, because that's where polls and things start for the general public. And also, if you just want to come on and talk to me in the community, you're free to do that as well. And Patreon. I was going to say Patreon. How patronising. No, Patreon. So I do have a Patreon. If you do want to support me, that would be very much appreciated. There is a bunch of different tiers and rewards that you can go over and check and see what the deal is. Early access, full length, exclusive, a lot of different stuff there. So get yourself over there and check out to see what those are. But that is also, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.